In 105% of stalker movies, the whole thing would be over by the first act if they just told their spouse what was going on. Yeah. And yet they don't, which is why Netflix gets away with making and and yet they don't, which is why Netflix gets away with and yet they don't, which is why Netflix gets away with making an original movie like this. Actually, I'm wrong. They are not getting away with this one, really. There's some cases like this where I think, Jesus, Netflix, that was really bad, and yet there's enough people who'll just kind of turn it on and semi-enjoy it while not really paying attention, in my mind, I think, and they must not be, to kind of let it get away with it, you know? To let them go, oh, okay, that's another one, that'll do, you know? This one, not so much. People seem to really dislike Fatal Affair. So Fatal Affair is a movie where a married woman meets an old friend from college for a drink, and they almost get into some sexy times, but she stops herself just in time. And then goes home. And then, he doesn't quite let it go. Not quite going to let it go at that, is he? No. Because this guy, David, in his infinite wisdom as an almost entirely unexplained lunatic, starts stalking her with his master ability and a job described as a hacker, but a sort of legal one, who gets employed by big law firms to dig up dirt on people or something. Right. I really don't know what kind of jackassery that is, but it's pretty much used to explain all of the creepy stalker things he's able to do. Like breaking into houses. That doesn't make sense. I can't even really compare this to anything because it's not, you know, it's not the kind of genre that, like, Hallmark movies would go into. Something like that you guys would have, like, the Lifetime channel in the US. Maybe it's something that would go on there. I don't know, really. But, yeah, it's just Netflix through and through. It's just a basic ass plot with a bit of a budget thrown at it in an attempt to, you know, make you think this is somehow better than the 25 other films that you've seen with this premise. I don't know. It's Netflix through and through, and that's, you know, the biggest insult I could deliver to the company. But any thriller like this is dependent on two things. It's dependent on how you build tension, and then on how you handle the finale. How you know, handle all that pent-up tension energy you've masterfully put together. But they didn't, so that's a problem, okay? And it feels like they took the safest possible decision with everything. It feels like they came up with the premise, you know, oh, creepy stalker film, it's basically a horror movie. And then they kind of went, well, how could we make it so that that's as okay for kids as it can possibly be? It doesn't explain anything about David and how crazy he is, just so that it can avoid, you know, talking about any, like, real crazy issues or anything, you know? It just kind of shows him in therapy once, which apparently was court mandated because of anger issues, and yet he has no criminal record when she goes looking for one. But yeah, apart from that, you don't get why, you know. You just hear, oh, apparently he liked her back in college and must have been obsessed with her since then, and his ex-wife looks like her, so clearly, you know, he's been obsessed with her since then. Anyway, Jesus. This is my 1 minute review for Fatal Affair.
This is such a great song.
Hello? Is anyone there? Somebody?
It took the safest possible option with everything, and it just doesn't make sense at times, you know. It just turns David into this, like, omnipotent villain near the end, so that he can, like, get from her office all the way super quickly to her home and incapacitate 3 people, 2 of which are fully grown men, when they were all just standing in a room together last time we saw them. Like, how has he managed that? And then she phones on the way back to her house when it's about to get into the big finale, and goes, he's there. You know, these people are like, they know by this stage that he was evil, and they think he's dead. So then she calls and she says, no, he's alive, he's at my house right now. And they do actually send a car. 1 car with 1 officer in it, and 20 seconds after he arrives and we first hear the sirens, he's in his car with his throat slit. Hi! You know, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't try to make that much sense realistically, and it's not good. Anyway, I'll give this 35 out of 100 because it's something I felt was actually insulting my intelligence as opposed to just my ability to turn off my brain. Like, David couldn't have one meager reference to how his mother also looked like Ellie or something, anything. He just kind of tells his therapist the one time he goes to her, oh no, all those issues I had, I'm fine now. What issues? We don't know. Please subscribe. Bye.